Do you agree,
Just
Dalton,
vibe it
that
out.
creature
Vibe
and
it.
critter are basically the same?
They're entirely
No,
not.
Vibe it out.
I don't agree that they're the same. I don't think I'm familiar enough with their definitions to give a clear answer.
I think, Dalton, you're about 60% of the way towards critter. Basically, my polar opposite. I think I'm 60% of the way towards creature.
Only 60?
You are not a creature. You are a critter if I've ever seen one.
Why?
I also agree you're a critter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm a full-on creature, and Pete is like the only thing I think that is perfect 50-50 critter and creature.
I see, I see.
That's why she's a two-tone cat.
What about you, Caleb? Are you a creature, a creature, a creature, or a critter, or a creature? I guess
Where on the
You know,
scale do you fall?
on the
I
creature
think I'm a
scale.
creature. I think I'm somewhere between creature and critter.
Yeah, but where on the scale?
You're a centrist.
I'd say slight lean towards critter.
Okay, very interesting.
The three genders: creature, critter, or centrist.
It seems valid enough.
Wahoo.
Why'd
Yes.
you go Wahoo? Are you Mario?
Wahoo.
Oh, I will be right back.
How are you doing today, Colin?
Just took an exam, like, 2 hours ago. So.
Was it the
Lost
contract
filling
one?
it up.
No, it wasn't the
I will
contract
also be
one.
right back.
How did it go? And what was it?
It was the contract
Preferably in
one,
reverse
dumbass.
Oh. Asshole. How did it go, though?
It was going well until the last question, and we all got to the last question. We're like, oh shit. We didn't know what was going on. Everyone walked out like, do you know what SA2 was? And everyone was like, we just guessed.
Well,
Damn.
was the last question asking you how to properly operate a forklift?
Pretty much.
Exactly. Like, you couldn't prepare for that.
Are
Nope.
we in school for that?
Yeah.
Is that a class I missed?
Yeah. Getting forklift. All lawyers are forklift certified.
Dang, I had no idea that was
Yeah,
part of
they
the
have
program.
to deal with all the thousands of paper pages that people send just to mess with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of the deal. I mean, on one hand, I get to be forklift certified. On the other hand, I have to be a lawyer.
You know, people make fun of the art degrees, but they do come with a free forklift certification course.
Mm-hmm,
See,
mm-hmm.
I was a social studies double major, and so I just learned how to tell how people feel about forklifts.
How do they feel about forklifts?
Envious.
I could illustrate a forklift if it was so desired. If someone gave me enough coin.
It's very desired. How does 0 coin sound?
If 0 coin sounds like a 5-second sketch.
That sounds like a deal.
Alright!
Let me know when you're ready. I'll count down.
1 square, 2 circles, and a line.
I have to look at a picture of a forklift.
What do you need? The forklift? You know what a forklift looks like.
I could
Yeah.
do a 5-second sketch right now. Hold on. Let me get the thing. Okay. Got it. Oh no, I drew a penis with lines. Never mind.
Alright, I did my sketch.
Someone put that in quotes.
Oh no!
Don't you just hate it when you try to draw a forklift and you end up drawing a penis? Man. We've all been there.
Does this happen to you? It's more likely than you think. But thankfully, with our new course, How to Draw a Forklift and Not a Penis, that might just be right the thing for. Fuck.
Yeah, you didn't get an English
sorry?
tutor, did you, art school?
Forklift. Well, I did have an English class, and I did really good at it. I took public speaking when COVID was a thing, so I did it online.
Yeah, that didn't seem to work out for you there, Holmes.
No, it didn't. It didn't work, but it wasn't my choice. I would
It's
have
okay.
loved to have taken it in person.
You tried your best. You tried your best. That's what counts.
I couldn't accommodate for the full power of the sun.
Mhm,
Anyways,
mhm.
here's my forklift. Do you like my forklift?
It's exactly what I paid for. I'm so pleased.
Great.
Truly, it's wonderful.
And for $0, I can give you a 5-second sketch of whatever dog shit thing you want.
Yippee! It's such a deal.
Because it's better than no 5-second forklift or penis sketch.
I suppose so. I suppose so. But
Yeah.
consider a tree partially died for that. Is it worth tree death?
Well, not for every sketch. I can put several sketches on one piece of paper.
Oh, okay. It could be multiple. Man, what a bargain.
Yeah.
Well, I should have led with that.
Well, each one costs an additional $3.99, just so you know.
I mean, it's a steep price, but I guess I'll have to pay it.
Yeah.
I can do the free 99.
Alternatively, if you rotate the page crosswise and squint, it's basically something else.
Yeah, that's true. It's a 2-in-1. On the concept of silly sketches, I already sent this in art a while ago. No one gave it any love, so I'm sending it here. Vex Creed.
Oh my god. Well,
Legitimately thought of this for
Did
weeks
Vex
and-
always have cat claws?
She's always had sharp claws.
well, I think that with my one last breath, I would ask you to take us higher, Shannon, and go into the recap.
Well, once upon a time, Alfie used the dream sand, and we saw them standing in a very cold place. They saw a humanoid, but it was not their friend Enora. It was a middle-aged woman, and they said, "Alfeka, is that you?" But Alfie didn't recognize her. This woman identified herself as Morgan, and Morgan knew that they were in a dream, and they asked who Alfie was trying to contact. Morgan then offers to help contact Enora. Alfie asks Morgan how Morgan knows them, and Morgan said because Alfie was a Tattercoat Knight. Morgan offers to meet up with Alfie to compare notes, like in the real world. So Alfie is like, "Sure, I'll tell you, stranger, exactly where we are so that we can meet up." But also in this dream, Alfie saw Fred, their little cuttlefish. He said, "Cold, dark, light, hunter, Alfie." He then turned black, and instead of feeling cold, they felt the heat of a volcano. But it didn't do much to their cold. And then they got to meet with Enora and they talked for a bit before waking up. Gwyn, while on their watch, made an ear cuff for Alfie so that they could speak to Enora more. Alfie then asked Astrana to set them on fire, and we genuinely had to consider it, with team being, "No, that's a bad idea, that'll probably hurt you more," and team, "But what if we did it though?" Because we need a backup plan for that.
I
Alfie
do
then
feel
burned-
like being clear that I feel like I was the only one on team do it though. Because everybody else was saying absolutely not.
Alfie then tried to burn themselves on the fire, and then they told everyone about the dream, and it turns out Morgan was Gwyn's mother. Anya was skeptical about the situation because she's like, what the hell? Jericho then whips out the book and finds out Morgan has made 300 trips to the Skybound Lands. Her first trip being 6.5 years ago. For context, Gwyn left 2 years ago, and Morgan's purpose of going to the Skybound Lands was the resurrection of Alwyn, being Morgan's daughter who died 7 to 8 years ago. Morgan also has a kill count of 3. So we're like, huh? The book was also like, hey, you're not just talking to a book, bro. So Jericho puts the book away and decides to not talk to it for a bit. And we have to figure out what to do with Alfie's position while also, going with our mission at hand. Jericho was then like, hey, so let's clarify if there's anything crazy going on in our Dark Evil backstories, we should say it right now. So we gave little bits of info about ourselves. Astrana said she lived on a farm. Alfie said they can hear colors. Jericho said that his parents were dead, he had gambling problems, and he was raised by his sister. He also had some bad exes. Anya was like, I used to be worse. I don't like my mom, and I miss my sister. Gwyn then presented the fin-shaped ear cuff to Alfie that they made earlier. And we eventually made it up the mountain to get to the witch's hut, and the witch was a bat lady named Rolla. And we talk with her, and we find out that Kiraval left out some pretty key information.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
That he threw his wet-ass, gross-ass clothes all over the place, and insulted her cooking, smoked her weed, ate her apples. And we were like, that's messed up. We didn't know. So we had to have a talk with Kiraval, make him have a come to Jesus moment. And eventually we convinced him to apologize to Rolla. And she's still a bit skeptical, so she says, you know what? If you cook a meal as good as I would have, she'll turn Kiraval back. So we cooked an apple glazed pork loin, seared apples, rhubarb pie, and ice cream. And she loves it so much, she whips out some of her own food, which includes a duck confit, strawberry soufflés, and vegetable medleys. And we enjoyed the food while watching the sun dip under the mountains.
Mm-hmm. And we pick up with all of you continuing to eat with Rolla. So, as food is being consumed, what are you guys doing as you are enjoying your nice meal? If anything.
This is so delicious.
Oh, thank you. And yours is very good too.
I can't claim to any of this. I've helped a little bit, but I'm absolutely terrible in the kitchen. I'll have to give credit to my wonderful compatriots.
And Rolla would nod. So, where will the Tattercoat Knights go after this?
We're not sure quite yet. I think we have 1 or 2 things we have to do. And Anya will just glance and nod at Alfie, but look back to Rolla, but not really to try to draw attention, just to be like, hey, we're gonna go take care of your thing.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because, Alfie just, takes a drink of water, and the water immediately freezes to their touch.
Chewing the water.
It's just, solid.
Water and just crunch, crunch.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me. I mean, you've already been such a gracious host. I was wondering if maybe you could help one of our very own Tattercoat Knights, Alfie, with a problem they've been having. You see, they're cold. They need a way to contain it. You could probably...
You can see Rolla turns around and grabs a blanket.
No, it's I have a condition that causes me to be cold, and other things to be cold as well. I guess I'll just gesture. I'll just kind of like put a finger in the glass of water.
The water turns to ice around your finger. Oh. Yes, I can see why that would be a problem.
Very much a problem. And I'm not feeling very well at the moment.
You can see Rollo would kind of like stand up and would go over to a cabinet and would pull out a stethoscope, like put it in her ears and then like walk over. Can I listen to you?
I suppose if you would like, but I don't recommend getting that close.
See that Rollo will nod and will just like twirl the stethoscope around and like sling the actual metallic part like onto your chest, like so it like would kind of like touch skin, and it would like immediately like freeze there. Perfect.
Oh.
And like you would see Rollo would like begin to listen. Breathe in.
I will breathe.
Now breathe out.
I will breathe.
Now breathe sideways.
I'm not quite sure how to do that.
Okay, breathe backwards.
I guess I'll breathe out.
Okay, now loop-de-loop that.
Whistling?
Okay. And you could see that Rollo would then like very harshly just like yank the stethoscope off of you and take a little chunk of skin with it. Well, it seems like there's something in your body that constantly needs heat and is drawing it from your own form. Probably need lots of heat. I suppose if you make a big enough fire, that could help. Jump in a volcano.
Do you know of any local volcanoes?
No. But
Do you
what?
happen to know of any solutions that might not kill me?
Well, there is a valley I've been hoping to clear for a while of trees and things of the like. I suppose you could set that on fire. And then I have some ditches that I was generally digging so that the fire wouldn't spread out of the valley, but I was never fully comfortable with doing a full burn. But if you're there, I suppose it should be fine.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Would that hurt them?
The trees?
Fire.
Fire.
That,
Her Alfie.
well, I'm assuming that Alfie can draw the heat from the fire as long as Alfie doesn't jump into the fire.
It will exercise self-control.
Do you go jumping into fires often?
No.
They stuck their hand in a fire this morning.
Yeah,
It
once
didn't do
recently.
anything, and I didn't jump into it.
In Alfie's defense, it was a bit of experimentation. It still hurted, so they stopped.
Right, yes. Well, I suppose then that after we finish our meal, I could take a little hike down and we could start up a fire.
Very kind of you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm. And then, like, Rolla would continue eating.
I think Estrana probably would pester her with various questions about the orchard maintenance.
Gotcha.
Just very curious about it all.
And Rolla would kind of like take you through it. Well, you know, the orchard doesn't bear crops for the first 3 years or so. You have to carefully prune the trees, make sure that there are no insects that are causing damage to the wood. Harvesting is one of the most important parts. You have to get on that quickly, else the fruit will drop off, and you'll have bad fruit. What's the point of the orchard if you don't get fruit? And she'll just keep on going through it.
Gotcha. Astrana is listening with rapt attention.
Okay.
During this dinner, how was Kirval looking?
Like a frog.
Emotionally, I mean. You know what, can I use sense emotional state on Kirval? Just at like a random moment during the dinner.
Annoyed.
Okay, thank you.
Just sitting there as a frog, looking around, not really saying anything. But anything else you guys are doing during this dinner?
Out of a personal curiosity, where would I rank for cooking?
I mean, it's really good cooking.
Okay, so Kirval's just a dick.
Yeah, Kirval's just kind of like... Here's the thing. I think this is what you would pick up on, Jericho. Her cooking is, like, complex. It's a mix of different flavors, like the savoriness of the duck mixed with a little blend of more, like, zest that kind of, like, puts an interesting spin on the dish. And, like, everything that she does with her cooking has a bit of refinement to it. And
So she expected chicken nuggets and got mad when presented with coq au vin.
yes, pretty much.
Why? Oh man.
It's like when Jamie Oliver served like the kids like fresh chicken versus like store-bought chicken nuggets, and they're all like, "We love the chicken nuggets." And Jamie Oliver went, "How could you, American children? You dirty, dirty creatures."
Okay.
The children yearn for processed food.
The children yearn for processed food.
Honestly, I don't blame the children. I've seen a couple of Jamie Oliver's cooking videos. I don't think I'd like it either.
Yeah, but Rolla's actually good.
Yes, of course.
Why is Kirval giving 10-year-old?
Hey, Rolla.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, where'd you learn to cook?
Oh, well, my grandfather taught me.
Oh.
And he was taught by a fairy. And the fairy was taught by a cloud. And the cloud was taught by an esteemed chef from the capital.
Interesting. That's quite a lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Do clouds do a lot of cooking around here?
Generally not.
Well, it is very good. I was just curious where the recipes came from.
Oh, well, this recipe is of my own design.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Enough duck was coming through, and they were going after some of my berries, so I decided to drop a few rocks on them. And now I have excess duck.
Sure, yeah. I'm not the best with making up new recipes. I can cook pretty well, but making up something new is just not quite in my forte.
Well, there's an easy way to think up new recipes.
Huh?
Just don't have very much food.
That's a very fair point.
If you don't have a lot, then you have to think on your toes.
True.
Or have a lot of the same food.
I feel like when I've liked food in the past, that's kind of the rut I would fall into, is just make something easy and do that over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From my understanding, that's how things become cultural delicacies. You have a nationwide shortage of something, or people can't quite afford, so they make do with what they have. Then Generations grow up eating that as children, make it in their adulthood, teach their own children to make that, and it keeps going.
Yeah.
Cool.
And just keep eating the food.
Yep, roll, keep eating. But I'm happy to give you some of the recipes I have for the travels ahead.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
But as the dinner continues on, you see Brola is generally like enjoying your food as well, asking you about where you got your recipes and things like that.
Um. Well, back home, my sister's a butcher.
Oh,
So I kind of grew up around, meat preparation and stuff like that, and I picked up a few things from like her customers, our friends and neighbors, that sort of deal.
I see, yes. Butchers always know their way around good food.
Yeah, that's been my experience. Yeah.
What about the rest of you? Any experience in the culinary arts?
Ah, none from me, I'm afraid. My artistic abilities lay elsewhere.
I see.
I also
Yeah.
don't have much experience, but with that condition we mentioned, sometimes my family would make use of it for ice cream.
Ah, I can see how that would be useful.
I've
I
never
learned,
really done much cooking. It's nice to try, though.
Yeah. I learned mostly from my mom. I didn't learn, a whole lot, but a couple recipes.
Hmm,
Enough to be able to provide for myself when she was on trips or something.
I see. But as the dinner continues, anything else you guys are trying to do?
I'm just vibing.
Gotcha. If not, then
Just fine.
eventually, as dinner kind of comes to a close, Rolla would look to all of you. So, are you ready to burn down a forest?
Very ready.
Suppose
Oh,
so.
yeah, let's get to it. Oh, what's your final verdict on the frog thing?
We'll turn him back after we burn a forest down. Hey! The food was good. The food was good. You could turn me back into a person now.
It's gotta be a little bit. Just don't worry too
Yeah,
long.
we'll leave.
It won't be long.
We will be so quick. You will just stay right here, and we'll be back. You can see Kirol's about to protest, and Roll will just like pick him up, throw him onto the couch. Come on, everybody.
Yeah, I follow her.
Yeah.
Following eagerly.
Okay.
Estrana's much less eager, but she's following.
Okay. Then you kind of follow. Roll will begin, hiking kind of the mountain path towards the valley that she talked about. And as you're kind of like hiking the path and, going along, is there anything that you guys wish to do on your hike? Anything you'd like to talk to each other about as you're going through the mountains?
Is Honora still here?
Yeah.
Nice! Just curious. I guess I'll just say something like, excited to go burn down the forest?
Oh, I think so. I've never really experienced burning down a forest before.
Neither have I.
What if it's not enough heat?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I hope so.
if it's not, then I don't know what else we can do.
Well, we don't need to think about that right now, right?
Exactly. Just the bridge will cross when we get to it.
Right.
Or the bridge will burn when we get to it.
Let's not go burning any bridges right now. I don't think. I think we need all the bridges we can get. I mean, this place doesn't have a good traveling infrastructure from what I understand.
That's true, but we could also use the heat.
I guess we could.
Little bonk with the shoulders, and then continuing.
Okay.
So, Honora, how'd you like your first food?
I really liked it. I don't have much to compare it to, but I enjoyed all of it.
Did you have a favorite out of any of it?
I mean, I do. And you can see she is trying to, like, kind of think through. She doesn't want to, like, be like, oh, your dish was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
A lot of people, if you're worried, seem to like sweet things or things like that. You don't have to worry about offense.
Right. I think it was the best altogether.
Yeah, I can see that. I think the dishes being made all went really well together.
Yes. What was something that you liked?
I mean, I. It'll sound like I'm tooting my own horn if I say the pie, but I mean, really, it made me feel like I was back home for a bit. I did really like the pork loin too, though. Oh, and the duck confit was really good. I've never had that before. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think it was all really good.
It's hard to choose.
Yeah.
Did you make a lot of pies at home?
Yeah. Not like every day or anything, but it was nice for a special occasion, or if it was just really cold one winter and we wanted something nice and warm.
Yes. Oh. It sounds lovely.
Yeah. It's nice.
And you can see, like, Henrietta will perk up. I remember when it was cold.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you enjoying the sun right now?
It's gone. It's dark. You can see the chickens just looking around.
Is it like evening, or is there just like a cloud overhead?
It's 9 p.m.
Oh, it's 9 p.m. Okay.
Sunset.
I did not have the clock popped out. Yeah. Huh, that's true. It sure does get dark fast. Or felt like it, at least.
It gets dark longer. It's summertime. And she just starts, like, pecking around. Oh, look! A cliff! And she starts waddling over that way.
Nope, grabbing her.
I am a bird. I can fly.
You can, but we don't really know the area very well. We don't know where you'll fly off to.
Oh, okay. Starts, like, kicking her feet as you hold her.
Like trying to kick out, or just kind of swinging?
Just swinging.
Okay.
Not a care in the world. Not a thought in the brain.
By this point, would I have had enough time to finish the friendship bracelets on the way?
In the dark?
No, I just meant, like, before we got to the house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we'll pass them out to everybody Including Enora
Okay.
and Newt. I will apologize to Rolla because I don't have enough.
Well, I just met you, so I wasn't expecting a friendship bracelet, but thank you.
And as I'm handing them out, I'll kind of explain. Well, these have a little bit from all of us in it. Newt, you provided your fishing weights. Gwyn, some beads. Jericho, you provided that as well, and I'll kind of gesture to what Jericho provided. I think it was fish bones.
It was bones, yes.
Yeah, it was fish bones. And Estrana, you provided some things from Henrietta as well. And as well as Anya, you provided your expertise and some thread, if I'm not mistaken. And I tried to weave it all together. So I hope this is an example of team building and friendship.
Thank you, Alfie. They're very beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thank you. They turned out great. And Estrana will very happily put hers on.
And Anya will put hers on as well.
Yep.
Gwyn puts hers on and then kind of bashfully pulls Alfie into a hug.
Alfie's very cold.
Oh,
I was gonna say, is that safe for Gwyn?
Well, not exactly, but
It's probably safer for Gwyn than it is the rest of us.
Because, I mean, with cold metal, though, your skin kind of sticks to it, doesn't it?
yeah.
Well, it's probably more dangerous for you.
I won't hold on
We
for
just-
very long.
I don't know. Does
Story,
Gwyn have skin? Do they have like a rubber coating or something?
You know what happens to metal when it gets too cold, right?
It's really brittle.
That's why I'm asking if there's like a coating around it or something.
Yeah, there is
think
a
it's mostly-
synthetic skin.
Is there okay? Then, yeah, assumingly I wouldn't stick to Alfie, but I probably won't hold on for very long.
Gotcha.
Oh, we should go get you warmed up.
I agree.
Then, as you continue walking, anything else before you get to the valley? If not, at about midnight, you reach kind of this overlook, and as you all kind of go ahead and look down, you can see this overgrown thicket of sorts below you, and the thicket itself probably spans about a quarter mile wide and is maybe a mile long, just nestled in between kind of like this mountainous area.
There it is. I was hoping that, based on the terrain, I would have a nice berry grove being planted there eventually. But I could never clear it out all on my own. But now, with all of you, we have a truly great, opportunity. A win-win. So I would say, burn away.
Oh, okay, you're completely ready for the fire to be started? Your ditches are all already dug and all that?
Yep.
Okay, I guess...
How big's the section we're burning here?
It's a quarter mile across and about a mile long.
I guess if we're all ready, this Rana will attempt to she'll make sure everyone's stepped like a, back from her, and then she'll try to set fire to a section of the thicket.
Gotcha. Go ahead and make a damage roll then.
Okay. Two successes. For, oh god, 4 damage apiece, so 8 damage altogether.
8 damage. Then, as you shoot a burst of fire, it catches on one of the trees. As the fire would start to, like, move across the thicket. Oh, it's a small flame. It's definitely catching. But, take a while for the fire to, fully start to spread.
I think we should
Okay,
probably wait for it to properly catch before Alfie starts walking in. Otherwise, they might just put it out.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
I can maybe try to target some other sections, see if they'll catch a little faster that way.
Underbrush, maybe.
Yeah,
Dead leaves.
I guess, can I look for more like dry, dead areas? Kind of trying to space them a little so that they'll be kind of maybe able to feed off of each other and also kind of catch the most around them on fire with them.
Yeah, definitely. And as you start, like, shooting off more bursts of flame, you can see, like, Henrietta is just going to start, like, running around you, Astrana, going, "The sun is back! It's gone! It's back! It's gone! It's back! It's gone!"
Oh, can someone hold on to Henrietta, please?
Yeah, I got her.
Ah, I'm flying! Oh no, Astrana, I'm flying by accident!
You're okay. Jericho's got a hold of you.
Oh!
Yeah, I got you.
Hello, Jericho!
Hey, Henrietta.
And she just, like, wobbles her head back and forth.
A boss?
Yeah.
Something's wrong with this damn chicken.
I don't. Maybe.
Takes a bite of celery.
Not my business.
Goes back into the pocket. But at this point, like, the entirety of the thicket is beginning to light up.
Alright, I think that should do it for my part.
Alfie, do you want to take a step closer?
I don't think they'll reply, but they will take a hesitant step closer.
Be careful.
I will. I will continue walking towards the fire.
Gotcha.
Not into it, because I promised, but close.
Then, as you are, like, walking closer, you can feel the heat here. Are you trying to pull it into yourself?
I think Alfie will try to give Inora's hand a quick squeeze, either before or after they start walking, because I'm not sure if Inora's following. And then, yes.
Okay. Then, as you take a breath, you begin to feel the heat all around you. And you start to draw it in. More and more and more. As the rest of you who are higher up would begin to see parts of this area start to flicker. Like, in and out of, like, light. As these tendrils of heat start to fold towards Alfie. And, like, the heat itself is rippling through the air towards you, Alfie. And as it begins to impact your body underneath the light of this full moon, you breathe deeply once again, as for a moment your fingers become warm. Warmer and warmer and warmer as you continue to breathe in the heat are you trying to bring it all in, Alfie?
I would like to attempt.
Gotcha. Then, in this moment, as the rest of you are kind of like standing there, one of Rola's torches, or like the torch she is holding, goes out as the rest of the thicket begins to cascade, as all the flame begins to wink out, one by one by one. And your body begins to glow brighter, Alfie, as this tendril of light begins to wrap into the sky in the form of like this strange iridescent double helix. And then that helix begins to move back down, as it is now the only light here, Alfie. One light in the darkness, as even the light of the moon seems to dim as you pull within you the rest of the heat and breathe out this one last breath, as so much of that cold dissipates. You can go ahead and decrease your cold by 9 with the size of this fire and the amount of heat you just pulled in. But now, Alfie, as you stand in this complete and utter darkness, you look out and you see something. Over on another mountain, you see that there is a figure looking at you. Like a humanoid figure.
I think they'll point that way to try to draw the attention of their group. Do you see that?
How far away is Alfie right now?
Probably about like 500-600 feet from you. Like, I'm assuming Alfie like walked down closer to the flame.
That's fair.
Can we see them pointing?
Yeah, you can see him pointing.
Okay, I'll try to look that direction.
For a moment, then Jericho, you're able to see this figure on the mountaintop. And then you can see the figure almost like warbles in the air, as if the air itself is made up of like these boxes, and then the boxes all shift and turn at once, like the spinning of a Rubik's Cube, and the figure's gone.
Did you guys see that?
Were the rest of us able to catch that?
Mm-hmm.
We make out any details of the figure?
Humanoid, longer limbed. That's all you can see.
Did it seem like they had hair?
You couldn't make out that much detail.
Could we make out clothes? Or did it look like they were just bare limbs?
Couldn't make out clothes if it had any.
Dang, okay.
Oh, can I relight Rola's torch?
Yeah, as you go to try to like relight it, you cannot.
Oh. Alfie, come back to us.
I'm already on my way.
Okay. Remember what Alfie said about the last light going out and all that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Can I, like, pull out a match and try to light it?
Sure. As you like pull out a match, for a moment, you strike the match, but it burns with this like strange black flame before it winks out.
For that moment it was lit, did it feel warm?
It felt prickly, as if there's like
Okay.
this field of like spines around the flame. That as you
Like,
brought your hand closer, it didn't like stop you, but it felt like something was like pressing into your hand.
did it feel more like a limb that fell asleep, or was it like there were spikes?
It was pins and needles. It wasn't
Okay.
quite like hand falling asleep. It was like pressing down on like a brush of some kind.
Okay.
But the bristles weren't there.
Gotcha. Hmm.
Oh, oh no. Guys, this isn't good. This isn't good at all.
What is
Take
it?
a breath, Newton. What's going on?
Oh, the black flame. My grandma, she told me about it.
Okay, what do you know?
That's one of the signs of the Scrimbimbolo.
Scrimbimbolo? What's that?
I
No,
don't...
that's the thing you was telling me about earlier.
Mhm.
All of us.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's okay. We should go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see Rollis looking around.
Oh, well, oh, it has been very good to meet you, Tattercoat Knights. If you don't mind, I will be taking my leave now, I think.
You're a witch, right? You can. Can you teleport all of us somewhere else?
I can't teleport.
Oh.
I think she might have just meant she would be flying back.
I give you my house for the night, if that would be helpful to you and anything within it. I'll take out the yes, goodbye!
And she starts to flap away.
Be safe.
Can we get back to her house?
You start walking that way, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, are we
Could
sure
we form a
want-
little bit of like a pod with like the lesser fighters at the center, like Estrana and Newton?
Sure.
The rest of us kind of on the outside.
Are we quite sure we want to go back to her house? I mean, I don't want to lead anyone there.
I don't want to leave Kirval alone there with what's going on right now.
We could
If
Caraval and leave.
if Alfie's been dreaming about this thing, it kind of seems like it'll follow us. I don't know if it'll be interested in Kirval on his own. It might be safer to leave him and Rolla alone.
Rolla's not going back to that house tonight.
Oh, okay. I, either way, I get the impression they might be safer if they're not around us.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know if that's true. Because right now, either way, that house is lightless.
Well, then I guess we'll have to take a vote right now. We go back to the house and get Kirval, or we try and avoid him for his own sake.
I think we should go back.
I think we should go back, rest for the night.
I think he'll be safer if we don't.
Alfie, Anya, Newton?
If we don't go back, where will we go?
I don't know. Maybe start down back the way we came, or just try to find some kind of place to. I don't know. It might be good to just keep moving till sunrise, maybe.
I don't even necessarily know if we should stay at Rola's house. I just think we should collect the cure ball from it before we leave.
Oh, yes. That's fine. I thought we were going to be staying there, but yes, that I would think that's better.
Still think
Whatever
we
the
should
case,
find
we-
somewhere to rest for the night.
Yes, we need to keep moving. We can't be sitting ducks right now.
Newton, are you alright after that?
I guess so.
And he's just like looking around, like just kind of like jumping at every sound.
Alfie, do you have any
Tap you from
opinions
that
here?
thing.
My opinion is that we should find somewhere with light. That may be.
I think as we're walking, wherever we are walking, I think Astronom will still kind of periodically um, try to start up just like a small like fire in her hand or anything to produce some kind of light.
Gotcha. Then I mean it's a struggle as like you try and like flicker on that light. It is fighting against the world, Astrana. And you can see that your flame, with each successive ignition, gets a tinge of black around the edges.
Mm.
I'm gonna have my sword drawn while we walk as
Gotcha.
well. And keeping a sharp eye out for anything.
Okay.
Yeah, similar deal. I got like one arm around Henrietta and one hand on my holster.
Okay.
Here, I can take Henrietta back now that I can take her back so you have your hands again.
Yeah, I pass her over.
Gotcha. Then who's taking the lead in this journey?
I think I will.
Gotcha. And you're heading back to Rola's house?
Yeah, at the very least to pick up Curveball, even if we don't stay the night.
Gotcha.
Also, one question. How's the gibbet looking?
You can see the gibbets like looking around. It doesn't seem to like think that anything is necessarily wrong. It's just happy floating around trying to get scritches.
Okay, here, buddy. Stay, down low, close with us right now, all right?
Me?
Good, Gibby. Just kind of give it a scratch and just kind of make sure it's not straying too far from us.
And the gibbet will just kind of like rest on your shoulder if you just keep on petting it.
Yeah, that'll work.
But Gwen, as you're taking the lead, make a physical check.
Can I use Navigator and or Exploration Subroutine for this?
Not what this is for.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna use one hero point. 3 successes.
3 successes.
Do you want an additional reroll from me?
Nah. 3 successes. Thank you,
Okay.
though.
then as you're making your way along kind of the edge of this mountain pass, Gwyn, you kind of like round the ridge, and you can see that in front of you there are like stakes made out of what appears to be felled trees. They range between 8 to 17 feet tall, driven into the ground, so that like the gaps in the stakes are maybe 6-7 inches across at the widest in the path. And like as you get a little closer, Gwyn, these stakes are driven down maybe 2-3 feet into the solid rock of the mountain. And as you kind of look around, you look up, and against the light of the full moon, at the highest peak, you just barely see 4 gleaming claws reflecting off of the moonlight, pulling back behind a rock.
Does it look like it's making any move to attack us? Is it? I assume it's watching us.
I mean, you just saw claws pull away, you see nothing else.
Okay, gotcha. So just the claws. Okay. I'm going to stop us for a second and say, as trying to keep calm. There's something here. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is right now. And I'm gonna point to where I saw the claws move away and say, that's where it last was. Keep an eye out. Can I hear anything right now?
You can certainly try. Make a mental save.
A mental save. Two successes.
Nothing of note.
Nothing of note.
It's quiet up
Okay.
here on the mountains as you hear the howling of the wind. As it rushes through the mountainous peaks, Gwyn, it is like nature's silent scream before a great hunt. A warning of the wilds to the wary who walk the paths that none should tread.
I'm gonna quickly look back to Astrana and tell her, try to keep getting that fire going. Get us some light if you can.
Right. I'll keep trying. It's coming out a little bit black when I do it, though. Dan Estrana will kind of keep trying.
Gotcha, and you keep trying, bursting the fire again and again as the darkness continues to creep along the edges. It's now about half kind of orange-red, half black. But all of you still stand... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't know if it'll make a difference, but I think she's kind of trying to think of, just of her hearth at home, kind of drawing on her memories of, of nice, quiet times in the winter when she and her mom would be sitting at the fire.
Gotcha.
So is the flame getting more or less black?
More.
More? Okay.
Her flame is not usually black.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was all black the first time. But...
No, just the edges.
Gotcha. Okay.
And now you stand before these stakes, which stop your progression.
They completely block the way.
The narrowest gap, or I guess the widest gap really, would only be like 7 to 8 inches between the stakes for a period of about 20 feet.
How far away do we think the house might be from where we are now?
An hour's walk. A
Hour's
shorter
walk?
run.
Okay. Okay.
Do the stakes, are they just kind of in like a straight line, or do they seem like they're making some kind of shape or anything?
They are in an erratic shape.
Gotcha. Nothing that can be made sense of by any of us?
You can make a mental check, Astrana.
Okay. Does Farmer's Wisdom happen to apply to this?
No.
Okay. 3 threes has to be something. I'll use hero points though.
That should be the rings version of a crit.
Hmm?
Aside from the 3 threes, 1 success.
Gotcha. Then, as you look at this, you don't know what it could mean as your eyes look at these stakes. You seem to be drawn into them, Astrana. They're twisting, they're winding, but also the subtle power, the things that they've seen. What could they possibly have seen? You're not sure fully what they mean, if they have a meaning. It's doubtful that you could even know. But they make you feel some sort of way that perhaps you really don't like. It unsettles you to your core.
Man, I really don't like these. Let's see, I think looking at, you said they're like driven like into the stone, right?
They are.
Um, do you guys have a way to get past these? Should we try to go around them?
Is there a going around them? How far do these like span out, or are they just on the path?
You're on the path. I mean, the path is against a sheer kind of rock cliff as you're going, and hugging the mountainsides as you're going.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not really a way around without kind of risking the cliff.
Could try and climb up and around them on the cliff. You could try to double back, take another path. Perhaps try and go over or scoot around them, chop them down.
I can try to burn them maybe, but with how my fire's coming out, I don't know if it'll really work.
I'm not sure it would stay lit long enough for it to burn.
Yeah.
I could maybe try chopping at it. Not exactly what my sword is built for, but I could try. And if I don't hear anything to the contrary, I'm gonna start hacking at one of the trees with my sword.
Before
Gotcha.
you do, and
Bef-
I'll try
before
to
I do.
tie. Before you do, I'll try to tie the ribbon of sharpness around your sword.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
now your damage rating for that sword is increased by 2.
Whoa.
increased
Okay.
by 2.
Now I'm gonna start hacking at the trees.
Cool. Go ahead and make a damage roll. An additional benefit 1 on that for me, please.
Okay.
And then the additional bonus to your damage rating.
Alright. Benefit 1 gives me success on 4 and above, right?
Yes.
Or is it an extra dice? Okay. Sorry, I always forget. I'm gonna use a hero point. So I have 2
You want
successes.
another reroll?
I would appreciate it.
Yep, go for
I'll
it.
do it. I'll do it.
I have like 14 hero points.
Okay.
Okay. 3 successes, which is gonna be. Yeah, I said 2 more to my rating, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is
Okay.
correct.
So 18 sword damage.
18 damage. Then as you swing, the first impact strikes one of these stakes, and it kind of bows a bit. And then you swing again, and your sword breaks through the outer shell of wood. And it begins to carve through something beneath. It's wet, Gwyn.
If this is blood, I'm gonna start throwing things.
It falls over as immediately you cover your nose, nearly like gag. It's not blood. It is this strange, like, light yellow pus that flows out. It has the smell of, like, strong chemical, of sulfur, of chlorine, of so much else. It's like you immediately pull back as that part of the stake goes flying over the edge, clattering down the cliff momentarily, breaking the silence. All of you kind of take a moment. And somewhere off in the distance, you hear something, Anya. This ethereal music. It's this playing of some sort. This very light music in the air. It is ambient, seemingly coming from nowhere. For a moment, it is peaceful. And then you can see on now kind of like a closer cliff, Gwyn. There's like this small avalanche. You don't see anything, but rocks begin to fall away. You continue hacking.
Is there space for us to get through?
With the chopping of only 1, no.
Okay.
Well, we should. I don't know if we should keep doing that.
I don't think so.
To make a decision though, because we can't keep staying here.
I say we double back and find another way.
I agree.
Okay.
I was say we move fast, so let's jog.
Yeah.
No objections to that.
That's what you start jogging back the other way, then Anya.
Mm-hmm.
Then, Gwen, are you still in the lead?
Yeah.
Right, you go ahead and you start like jogging back the way you came. What is your goal? What is your plan?
I am trying to find any other path or clearing that might lead back to the house another way. Or at the very least, away from here if I can't find a way back to the house.
Gotcha. Go ahead then and make a physical check. This time you are trying to explore. Find another path.
Okay. So I can use Exploration, Subroutine, and Navigator.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Uh,
You
well,
want
I'm gonna-
rerolls?
I would love some rerolls.
Take 4 hero points, 2 rerolls from me.
Okay.
And you can have one from me as well.
Thank you. And I'm gonna use another one. Okay. That's 5 successes.
5 successes. Very nice. As you move, you're looking around quickly. You get to kind of like a fork in the path. You start looking around. You get this feeling coming back over you again. Astronaut, are you still trying to spark up light? So your friend can
Yeah.
see. This point, 80% black flame. So you keep on sparking it, sparking it, sparking it. As you're looking around, there are beats of light, Gwyn, that momentarily illuminate the area around you, only for a few seconds at a time to spot a solution, to find a way out. You need a way out. You have to get back. You can't be here. You look back at your friends. And then back down the path as far as you can see, maybe a quarter mile. There is a thing standing there, Gwyn. You see its silhouette. It's looking at you. And then it's gone. You saw it jump 40 feet, standing leap, up onto the side of the cliff, and then it was gone. You keep looking. Faster, faster, and then you can see there's a small towpath, probably used by animals that traverse this mountain. Down, it goes lower, seemingly kind of running parallel, maybe 700 feet below the path you're currently walking in the mountains. This might be a way. Are you taking it, or are you looking for something else?
I think we take it.
Alright. You taking it then?
Yeah.
Alright. Gwyn, you get on the path. You begin to go. Doubling back down. Keeping your eyes glued to the path. As everyone continues to walk, is there anything else you guys are doing as you are making your way back to Rola's cabin that might help you?
Um, I think I'm mainly just keeping an eye on like points of light, the line of the horizon, anything that will give enough contrast that I can spot something moving.
Gotcha. Then you go ahead and make a physical check then.
Uh, 2 hero points. Damn it, nothing.
This path is dark, Jericho. You try and get your bearings, but you cannot. The full moon, the brightest moon, it's so dim.
all the world around you is dim, and yet somehow even more silent. You don't see anything. The only thing you're able to see is the people in front of you. That's mostly thanks to Astrana and the meager light that they're able to give, as well as Gwyn making their way through the darkness. Anybody else? Going once.
Is the this isn't something that I can actively do, but it's a clarification question. I know that our coats have a little bit of a shimmering pattern to them. Is that light also being dimmed?
It's not a light that they're giving off. It's an iridescence. It's a shimmer. It's like glitter itself does not give off light.
Gotcha.
Jericho, maybe you can. Do you think maybe you can, I don't know, write this thing's name in the notepad? I don't know if it'll work since it's like a species, but maybe?
Newton, how do you spell it?
SCRIM BIMBOLO.
I try to write that down.
Gotcha. Go ahead and do that. Writing it down. It gives you nothing.
Shut the notebook and put it away. Going back to my hands going back to the gun immediately.
Gotcha. At this point, then you'd hear Piero. Boss, everything is fine, right, boss?
In danger right now, but we'll handle it. We always do.
Yeah. You okay, boss? Yeah. But you keep moving down this path. Keep going. Step by step. Bit by bit. As you go, there's this moment. There's a kind of like shifting of rock. It falls down on you, Astrana, as you kind of look around. Flick, flick, flick. 100%. 100% black flame. And then as you go and try to ignite your fire again, Astrana, how are you feeling as you realize that you were the last flame and you just went out, and that with each ignition, with each spark, you hastened this coming?
I think. Just horrified.
And as that flame finally goes out, you turn around, Astrana, and you see something climbing down onto the path. Tattercoat Knights, walking alone, walking, talking, They are for me. This creature that you see in front of you has a strange pattern along its body, almost like it's constantly like shifting, twitching, the air not right. It has these long claws. It has what appears to be flesh that covers its metallic features as red eyes stare at all of you. It begins to move forward, step by step by step. First, it is slow, then it goes to a jog, and then it is running. What are you doing?
I think we should run.
Run.
I think we should run
Run.
in the other direction.
Yep.
Running?
I make sure. Yeah, and I make sure I grab Newton so he keeps pace with us.
Gotcha. Then, as you grab Newton, you will be the first roll, Jericho. This is a skill challenge. As you go ahead and make a physical check, as this thing is running after you.
1 hero point. 1 success only.
One success. You pick up Newton, like throwing him over your shoulder as he kind of cries out. Not just a cry of surprise, but cries of terror, cries of dread as this thing is moving. With each step, you hear the grinding of metal on metal, this whine that fills this mountainside now, as all the rest of the world is silent except for this chase. Who's next?
Would it at all be possible to kind of use my could I possibly use my witch's curse powers to because I have curse of shadow chains, so but I don't know if that would count for a skill challenge. That's using an ability. So I'm just gonna put forth what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of using some, like my Curse of Shadow Chains or just something like that, where I'm like using my power to on this thing so that every time it gets closer to us, I mean, it hurts itself, and hopefully that slows it down a little bit.
Sure, make a spirit check.
Yippee! Well, I should hold my horses. One success. I'm gonna
Take 2
reroll one.
rerolls. Ouch.
Cool.
Then, as you launch your chains, Anya, they fly through the air as all of you are steering across the mountainous path. They wrap around this creature. Then you watch as the claws momentarily seem to heat up and carve through the chains. You keep on throwing them, Anya, one after another, as sweat begins to pour down your brow. You have nothing else you can do. But this thing's cutting through the chains, one after another. This beast begins to like run along the side of the mountain, one claw after another. Those talons digging 3, 4, 5 inches into the rock, propelling it forward. It's running now more like a wolf. Arms extending, pulling, leap. Arms extend, pull, leap. It keeps coming. You are all still far away from the cabin. Who's next?
Can I use physical and continue to use exploration since I'm still trying to find a way out?
I'd say so. I would say this would probably be at detriment 1 due to you already kind of like trying to explore this area and being under a lot of duress. So 1 must die.
Okay. All right. Could I also, I don't know if we're within 500 feet, but just in case, use searching subroutine and declare Rola's door, in case we're close enough that I can find the direction that it's in.
I'd allow it, yes. It'll probably come into play later,
Okay.
but I'd allow it.
All right. But you said detriment 1, correct?
Detriment 1, yep.
Okay. I'm gonna use another reroll.
Take one from me too.
Thank
Take
you.
one from me as well.
Oh my god. Only one.
Only 1. Then, as you're searching, you round a corner as there's another kind of fork as you're just dashing through mountain paths, hoping you find one, hoping. And then as you take a turn, you round another path. There are stakes. There's stakes in front of you. It blocked this path off too. The whining of the gears is only increasing. You hear that whirling, Gwyn. It's all in your head. And the rest of you would see, like, Gwyn, you kind of like hold the sides of your head as you turn around and you can see it. Continuing to dash, continuing to get closer. You have to do something. You look down below, maybe 50 feet. There's another path, and you leap. As the rest follow you over, you kind of dig your sword into the side of the mountain as you take on another path, but you wasted precious time as all of you are now like scattering across the mountainside, attempting to find purchase and foothold as you have now brought them onto an uneven path, Gwyn. As the rocks begin to tumble out from beneath your feet, Alfie, you have to constantly reset yourself as nearly you tumble over the cliff, but Honora gives you a hand, pulling you back up. And as she does, you look up and you can see the creature. Look down. And it dives head first at this path. You scrabble forward, Alfie, but it lands on its claws. Dish! Almost as if it's doing a handstand. And you watch as those muscles, Alfie, contort as it rolls forward before its glowing red eyes see you. It is a nightmare made real.
May I use mental? Because last time when we were trying to perceive and make out things about the creature, it was a mental save. Can I use mental to attempt to, I guess, focus on something other than the creature, focus on our path, our escape, and not get drawn into the fear that the creature is generating?
Kind of like, how would focusing yourself help the party?
I would try to direct this energy out towards the rest of the group as well, trying to help fortify everybody else's minds as well. If I can combine it with Faith of the Devout, that might help.
Combined with Faith of the Devout, that's more combat there. Not in combat. I would say you could do it. It would be a power cap roll, though, because it would mostly just be you. If, like, you were trying to center yourself with mental. It would be, like, if you're trying to raise everyone else's spirits, calm them down, that would be more spirit.
Gotcha. In that case, I will redirect to a different one. Can I attempt to, because now this is a new path, we're on an uneven surface, may I attempt to do physical to try to keep everybody else without falling, keeping everybody else steady,
Go
as
for
steady
it.
as possible?
Yeah.
Okay. Two successes.
2 successes. Then, as you are running forward with this creature on your heels, you can see just up ahead, Gwyn goes ahead, throws another chain at this creature. The creature sees it coming, flicks the chain back at Gwyn, who's able to mostly dodge it, but it clips her shoulder, or sorry, Anya clips Anya's shoulder. And as Anya begins to teeter and fall, you reach out, grab Anya, pull her back onto the path as you both continue to run.
Also, I can't see the challenge tracker because Forge kicked me out after it was put up.
Halfway
We
there.
have 5 to go.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. May I? Oh, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we were told that one of the things Newton told us was in order to escape, we had to count all the leaves on a tree. Could I maybe make a mental check to that effect and maybe add farmer's wisdom for following a superstition?
To count all the leaves on a tree, I mean,
Pick a dinky tree.
that would be physical in the darkness.
It would be physical in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Would I still be able to add farmer's wisdom
You
for a
would.
superstition?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll make that attempt then. Hero points. Damn, 1 success.
1 success. As you run here in the dark, there are trees far off. And with another sickening realization, you understand it. It's a realization that causes you to slow, Astrana. Those stakes, massive, 8 to 17 feet, they had to come from somewhere. This thing cut down all the small trees. It went ahead, and it made the board unfair. As you run along the path, you don't see the small trees, you see big ones, with thousands, maybe tens of thousands of leaves. And then, ahead, you see it. As you turn, it's the creature. It's running towards you, Astrana. Caleb, I'm gonna need you to roll a d3 as the creature's claws extend towards you.
Okay. 3.
That was the best option. As the claws lunge, twinkling here, mere inches from your flesh, you watch as all of a sudden, Honora steps in front of the claws as she cries out a bone-chilling scream. As Alfie, you stop for a moment as you watch Honora is lifted up by the claws. And then you watch Gwyn as the claws themselves begin to whirl like a blender. You hear that scream radiate out across the mountainside as Honora's chest is turned but to red mist, insides being destroyed before her form turns to but bubbles. And the creature looks at you. Give me Alpheka. And it bolts forward once again. At this point, you have one failed go around. You need 4 more successes on a roll that you have not used thus far. As the Scrimbimbolo keeps coming. If you fail this go around, this will not be pretty. Who's up first?
May I use mental? Oh no, you go first, please.
Okay. I was gonna ask if I can now use searching subroutine and mental to try to focus on where Rolla's house is.
Searching subroutine's still not close enough. You've already used it.
Okay.
Once the time gets there, it will come into play.
Okay, gotcha.
I know that like spirit is meant to be like willpower. Can I use a spirit check to just try and keep us going after what the fuck just happened?
Sure. Make a spirit check.
Okay. One hero point left, I think. Yeah, just one. Two successes.
2 successes. Then you draw upon everything you have, Jericho. You yell at the party, telling them to keep moving, keep running. And as you start to pull people forward, dashing, at this point, as you start to scrabble up onto more familiar paths, and you are running with 2 successes left. In the distance, you feel something now. Gwyn, your searching subroutine is activated. You know the direction of Rolla's cabin. On a roll during a skill challenge, you can grant benefit 1. As your subroutine is able to help guide and direct people, getting them on the right path where they need to go.
Alright. Now could I use mental to try to focus in on that direction?
What exactly are you doing by focusing in on that direction?
I want to sort of sorry, I'm trying to find a way to describe this. Trying to keep myself focused despite what just happened. With the help of Jericho keeping us going on just the plan to keep moving forward and needing to like actually center in on finding our way to where I've narrowed down the door is.
Okay. I would say you can make this roll power capped then.
Power capped?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So maximum of, I believe, 2, because your power score is 2.
Okay. And would that be benefit 1 with searching subroutine?
If you're using it for this roll, then yes.
Does anyone else have something that would be a little higher than that?
I would like to pitch a more specific version of what you're trying to do with my mental as well. Where I assume the path kind of twists and turns, is that right?
It does.
Now that we know the general the like bird's eye location of where Rolla's house is, trying to almost keep that in mind while kind of twisting and turning, so that way we don't lose the path or we don't go down the wrong path, trying to keep our bearings. As you know how like in a video game the map kind of twists and turns around while you run, keeping that in mind of where it's going or where it is despite the twists and turns, to make sure we don't go down the wrong path or get lost.
Far better explanation. Thank you.
Yep, that would work.
Okay. Go ahead, Jamie.
Thank you. Is
And
this
use the
allowed
benefit
to
one.
be it? Thank you.
Go, go, go.
I'm giving you a reroll.
Thank you.
Reroll from me as well.
Okay. Three successes.
3 successes. Then, as you keep everyone on the right path ahead of you, you're all able to finally see it. Roll's cabin. You dart, dash, forward. Only thing that you can do. Bounding forward. You can see the door is just like slightly ajar. Are all of you running inside?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Then,
Yeah.
as you go ahead and run inside, all of you, is the last one in slamming the door?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who's the
Yeah.
last
Yep.
one in?
I'll
Probably
be-
me.
Jericho.
Okay.
Then, as you go in, with Newton on your shoulder, you've been carrying him the entire time, Jericho. You can take 3 hero points for heroism, as he probably would not have kept up without you. You slam the door, and then you feel something impact behind. It's
Someone get a bookcase!
Someone getting a
Help hold the door
bookcase?
shut.
I'm gonna help. I'm
Yeah.
gonna help drag it.
Okay.
I'll help
Drag
grab
it.
something heavy and drag it.
Gotcha. Then, at this point, as you all get ready for team hold the door shut, go ahead and make for me probably physical checks at benefit 1.
I'm gonna
Physical benefit 1.
let
Okay.
them hold the door, and I'm gonna try to start securing windows.
Securing windows? Okay, then you can just make a flat physical check, but with an extra 2d6.
4 successes.
4 successes. Lovely.
Nothing. Fuck.
I contributed 1 success
To sealing the door. Okay.
to sealing the door, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only got 2 successes.
2 successes. Anyone with the bookcases then?
So there was a physical check.
It would be physical check at benefit 1, yes.
Okay, benefit 1.
I'll use 2 of my brand new hero points to try and that again.
Okay.
Okay, 2 successes.
2 successes.
1 success.
1 success. Gotcha.
Does anyone have 1 more hero point?
I have 1 reroll I can give people.
Here, I will do a reroll on one of my dice.
Fuck.
One of y'all with benefit 1 should take the reroll from that Jericho's offering.
Yeah,
I
who?
thought he could only offer half a one.
No, I can do a full one.
Oh,
I
okay.
did all successes. I can't take it.
I am able to take one if you want me to.
Take it. Fuck.
Ah,
I'll do one more reroll. Oh my god, bro.
Can I... Would we have gotten a peace token from how we handled the situation between Rolla and Kirval?
I'd say so.
Can we exchange that for a lucky break?
Lucky break. A lucky break. I'd say so.
One more success on this thing.
I wouldn't give you one more success. I'd allow Alfie to reroll all their failed dice.
I can do that. Lord help us. No way.
And
And there's nothing that we can do with staying out. Trying to figure out something I have with Shameless, but I don't think I did anything earlier today that could proc
Could
Shameless.
I activate my armor to become heavier to help keep the door shut more?
Interesting. Is interesting. It's late though. I'd give you 1d6 for it. The same benefit.
1d6?
This would be the
With-
the last.
Okay.
If you don't get it, we roll.
Oh my god.
Then, Anna, can you roll a d3 for me?
Okay.
Do you want to roll high?
1.
That is a low roll.
Mm-hmm.
The lowest roll.
Yep.
In this moment then, as the Scrimbimbolo claws at the door, you can see the wood falls away like cardboard. You see Gwyn as you make your armor heavier, locking down your position. Doesn't matter. As those claws push forward, you feel yourself giving up ground. Then you can see the claw reaches forward. Give me Alpheka. It lunges out, claws extending towards you, Alfie. What are your thoughts as the talons begin to wrap around you?
I think Alfie is scrambling to think of ways to continue solving the situation, getting out of it, running through a mental list of things that Rolla has in the house to help fight it off, inventorying like their own powers and the map of the space and everything like that.
And you watch as this thing's claws come forward, like they begin to spark and burn, but it seems relatively undeterred as it wraps those claws around your body, Alfie. It is like a steel trap. And then it begins to pull. And as it begins to pull, you hear the worst sound possible, Alfie. A sound that makes your entire body go cold. It's a sound you used to love. But now is the worst possible time. Meh! As you watch as from Astrana's shoulders, the gibbet lunges forward, attacking into the claws of this thing as it turns into its true form and almost starts to act like an anaconda, Alfie, as you hear this squelching, popping, grinding from the forearm of this creature as it cries out, and then eyes lock on to the gibbet. Whoosh! You watch as the gibbet is dragged out from the hole that the Scrimbimbolo made. And you hear it yelping, Astrana. And then, Anya, you hear the gibbet go quiet. And then you can see the eyes look back in once more. Then, at this moment, the rest of you would notice that the creature freezes. Its body almost sagging as it looks out, and all of you would see it. It's 6 a.m. The sun is beginning to rise
over the mountain. As now the creature is being fully illuminated by the first glimpses of sunlight, it looks directly to you, Alfie. I have found you. I shall harvest you. And then you hear it turn, and amongst the grinding of metals, you hear Gwyn, the softest meh, as it takes off running. And then it's gone.
Is the gibbet outside? Can we see him?
Are you looking out?
Yes.
You look out. You don't see the gibbet.
Can we exit?
Are you pulling away everything?
With the permission of everybody else.
Yes, please try to put it back as good as we can, at least.
As you pry back the defenses, the door itself is a ribbon in ruin, the claws of the creature having made quick work of it. And as you look outside, Alfie, the morning sun touching your skin, it does not alleviate the lingering cold. As you scan all directions, you don't see the gibbet. You don't see the creature.
Can I call out for the gibbet?
Sure. There's no response.
Took it.
I'm sorry, it was my fault it caught up with us. I should have. I was the last flame, but I didn't realize that until it went out.
It's not your fault. I told you to keep going.
And apparently I was the one that was after. You can't just take blame.
Why is it after you?
Wish I
Have
knew.
you ever seen that before? Aside from your vision?
Oh. No. But don't know.
Colin, did we get a good look at it in the light? Like what it actually looked like?
You got a general look at it, yeah.
What did it look like? I'm assuming metallic. Did it look like a robot?
I mean, it looked like the token that was shown.
Okay.
Um,
Did the machine work and it look familiar at all? If I got a good enough look at it.
It looked like machine work.
Okay.
But you would see it was machine work. You would see it was generally well made.
with fake flesh over its body.
Right.
Do we see Kirval?
You would see a frog kind of hop out.
What was that?
Scrimbimbolo?
I
You can see the frog will like hop back to its hiding place.
You should be okay for now. I don't think it likes the daylight.
Oh, that's good. You'll take care of it, right?
We'll make sure it won't get you.
Okay. Phew. Nothing to worry about then.
Jericho is kind of slumped up against a wall, staring into the middle distance. Not like looking at anything particular, just staring forward. And he's kind of just. He's pulled his gun out, is just kind of thumbing it, like just rubbing the metal.
I think Piero would like crawl out and would like settle into the crook of your neck. Wouldn't say anything, but you would just like feel him there, Jericho.
And I'll slightly angle my head that direction.
And you would feel the like small flicking of Piero's tail. He's just kind of like happy to be here with you.
I think Anya will maybe want to go over to talk to Jericho, but seeing how he's having a moment with Pietro would probably just make sure Maple's okay.
You can see your cat is like clutching to the side of your body.
I'll immediately just kind of hold her and stroke her to calm her down.
You can see that she just kind of like lean into it. There are no cutting words, Anya. There is no false bravado. There is only a fearful cat just clutching on to the person that she loves the most.
I'm sorry, Maple. I'm sorry we got that close to that thing. I won't let that happen again.
You would just receive kind of like silence, but like a soft like nuzzle into you. And she's still just kind of clutching on to your body, to your person.
Just giving her pets. Just whispering, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Just trying my best to soothe her.
Mm-hmm. What's Alfie doing?
Reeling? Mostly. Kneeling, probably on the ground. Not looking well. Mostly probably just staring down at the floor.
I think
I
it's...
think.
Oh, go ahead,
Oh.
Strana.
I was just gonna say, I think Estrana would kind of sit beside them.
Gotcha.
Close enough to lean on them a little, but not saying anything yet.
I think Gwen, seeing this, would just sit silently next to them. I think she's currently thinking and panicking so hard you can kind of hear machine whirring. Like a computer that's overheating a little bit.
The AOL dial-up.
Yeah. But trying to keep it together for them, and she'll just put a hand on Alfie's back and sit with them.
Gotcha. Do you
How's
say
Newton doing, glancing over to him as we sit here?
you can see Newton is just standing, like, looking at the holes in the door. And he'd, like, look down his kind of, like, friendship bracelet in the door again. He seems to just be thinking, Gwen. Make a spirit check at benefit 1.
Okay. Nothing.
You can't tell what he's thinking, but you can see he just kind of like takes a sigh, a breath. I think he's gonna just walk over and sit next to Alfie, Gwyn, and Estrana.
As he comes sits with us, I'm just gonna turn to him and say I'm sorry. I'm glad you're okay.
I
We'll
didn't
keep
think it.
protecting you.
No, I didn't think it was real. I should have said something more. I, Quaz talked about it, but I thought it was kind of a myth.
You helped some. We knew it existed before we saw it, even if you didn't think it was all real.
I think I slowed you guys down. I'm sorry,
I'm just
Gwen.
glad you're okay. No, don't.
He's just gonna like go in for a hug. Gwyn, just a full hug.
I'll hug him.
You,
Can Gwen cry?
Gwyn can cry.
Okay, Gwen's gonna cry.
think
Oh, go ahead.
probably the first movement that Alfie makes in a while would be to move up and attempt to join in the hug.
I think Newton wouldn't mind.
You didn't slow us down at all. Give us information about it. Now we know how to fight it next. The leaves on the trees.
What if...
Just gotta get to it before it gets to the trees.
I don't know if that's real.
I think it was real. It seemed like... I tried to count them, but it seemed like the stakes we saw were all the smaller trees we'd seen. If it wanted to remove them, then that means there was some kind of real threat there. You did a really good job telling us that, Newt.
Kept your head better than anyone in a similar situation would have.
Newton would nod and he would just lean back into the hug. And at this moment, as the sun continues to rise, we pull back on the Tattercoat Knights, huddled in a cabin on the side of a mountain, huddled together, not full. As you look around to each other, you see the face is still here. But darkness, it comes every day. As we continue to fade out, it is here this session will end for today. As all of you can take a level up.
Thanks. At what cost? One gibbet.
One gibbet.
That was so scary.
I'm so scared, you guys.
I was so scared.
Hi, Anna. It's okay.
And just think that was light for Colin.
That was light. You think they're joking?
Oh,
You
no.
haven't even met the banker.
I still,
I've heard of the banker.
I still think about that stupid fucking. Oh my god! When in the Jubilex campaign, when we had to be in the lighthouse with Cormac. Nope, not having it anymore.
The sting that. Do you still have that sting? Can you play the sting for us?
Sure.
Don't.
Do it, please.
Okay.
Please.
Sure.
I'm not gonna
Go on.
get G-noted.
I'm going to bed first. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Here it is.
Thank you for the session. I should also head out.
Should as well. I have work at 5. Good night, y'all.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Thank you for the session.
Yes,
course.
thank
Thank
you.
I don't know which image I sent. Curse the session. It was either Pete looking locked and loaded, the forklift, or Vex Creed at the Creed concert.
I think it's all of it.
Yeah. Probably. Oops, my bad.
I think it was Pete.
You think it was Pete? Why would you think it was Pete?
Because you specifically called it out as either a blessing or a curse.
I suppose. I guess I should be careful what I wish for.
Hey, your coat really got tattered.
True, you really tattered my coats.
This fucking tattered my coats, bro.
Who up tattering their coat?
Well, good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.